Hey everyone, why am I giving you this quick video on Myanmar and, moreover, a documentary, not even an hour, but you can skip through it. It's very difficult, from 2018, before many of you were born. So, this is a lamentable crisis that really encompasses a lot of national security. Number one, here is Myanmar. It'll always be Burma to me. It used to be called Burma, but you know how these dictatorships are, then they change it to Myanmar. Why is this important? Well, number one, I want you to ask a question about Myanmar. Why don't we hear much about it? And with all the crises in the world, Iran, Israel, Gaza, Ukraine, etc., migration issues, Syria, why is this getting such little attention? And that's important for national security, because I used to use a Lowenthal book, and he was, the cream of the crop of the CIA, kept on, reprinting his book. It's a little dated now, but one of the things he talked about was collection swarm. That is, all the CIA, intelligence, etc., would kind of go towards the most pressing issue, or maybe just the issue that gets as much attention. Like, take Cuba. Cuba's a small country, but we have a huge Cuban population in Florida. It's closer to the United States. So there's a lot of that collection swarm priority creep. That all the effort, all the resources, all the energy of intelligence kind of goes into a certain area, and Myanmar is obviously left out. I mean, look at it. It's far from the United States. If you looking at it from here, oops, I went to go down. Where is it? Well, it is important, and to break from even a more U.S.-centric view of the world, you have to ask yourself, right? Here's Bangladesh. So the Rohingya, who are being again, genocide, I would say, that the Buddhist regime is doing, is pushing them over here towards Bangladesh. And this is a titanic problem for the Bangladeshi government, because they have their own issues, because it's one of the most populated, if not most populated, countries of the world. So you have neighboring states are suffering from the conflict. Moreover, with the Rohingya people, as you'll see in the documentary, it's a very difficult documentary. You have genocide. You have a non-state actors have their own security concerns. So it's not just the United States, Israel, Iran. You have people who are stateless, the Rohingya, the Palestinians, the Kurds, the Roma in Europe. They used to be called gypsies when I was young. You can't say that anymore. So the point is that a lot of non-state actors, so these are non-state actors, that's my disappearing pen, have real security concerns. And then you have a dictatorship here in Myanmar. So if you think about it, this documentary is very important. And what do we do on top of all that with the genocide in Myanmar? Do we just allow them to do it? Should we have an international intervention? And ASEAN, right? ASEAN is an interesting group. That's when the Secretary of Defense was up, he didn't even know what it was, and it's the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, is in Myanmar is in ASEAN. That's very, very, I thought whatever his name is, didn't even know what ASEAN was. And can a regional organization stop this? It doesn't seem like that. And we support ASEAN because we think it can balance China. But Myanmar is in this group. It's like the OAS, Organization of American States for the Americas. This is just an Asian version of, these local countries getting together in a group, and it hasn't been able to solve this crisis. Also, the Nobel Prize winner was the president. She was recently deposed, and then there was information that she was actually in cahoots with the Buddhist dictatorship committing genocide, that she was kind of complicit in this genocide, that she has the same prejudice against this Rohingya Muslim people that many of the people in Myanmar have, and they're trying to strip them of their legal status, saying they were never legal here in Myanmar to begin with. So this has everything in international security. You've got neighboring states, you've got a state actor, a dictatorship, extreme nationalism. Buddhism is known for, being peaceful, but apparently in this case, no. This is Buddhist ultra-nationalism that sees the Muslim Rohingya people and other groups as threats. And then you have non-state actors in this that are facing genocide, getting pushed out of their country. So what do you do under these situations? ASEAN seems to be a paper tiger where it's not doing anything. And what should we do about this Nobel Prize winner that might have been in cahoots, that is complicit of genocide when she was in power, but recently deposed? So all these important things. And I always said, well, can you give them some kind of area among the seas so the Rohingya people can carve out their own state? But these stateless people, it's very difficult when you look at the Palestinians, when you look at the Kurds, when you look at the Rohingya in this case, people just don't want to give them any land because that means other countries will have to give up land. So this is a conundrum that's not always being talked about in national security and international relations, but it's a very, very important case for national security politics. And one important question is, why do we privilege some cases over others? Take care, everyone, and sorry about the lamentable documentary that follows if you can watch it.